Picture this, a city is on top of the world, their team just won a championship after 53 years. Millions of people are out dancing in the streets, and minutes later, that same crowd is running for cover. This happened today in New York, and on top of that, there's a massive political fallout over Trump's Iran deal. His own party is turning on him. Plus an arrest, a sad death, and even a new discovery about Stonehenge. Let's start with what happened in New York. So here's the deal. The New York Knicks just won their first NBA championship in 53 years. To celebrate, an estimated 2 million people poured into the streets of Manhattan. It was such a massive crowd that police had to deploy over 10,000 officers just to keep things under control. Now here's where it gets intense. A little after the parade wrapped up, gunfire suddenly rings out in Times Square. People thought it was some kind of attack. Hundreds of people start sprinting for cover, ducking into stores anywhere they could hide. Police rushed to the scene almost instantly. Turns out, it wasn't a terror attack. A fight had broken out, and somewhere in the middle of it, someone fired a gun. Police caught the suspect and recovered the weapon. One person was hurt in the chaos, but no one died. Still, for the people who lived through that moment in broad daylight, it was terrifying. There's actually a lighter moment buried in all this too. At one point, police stopped a Knicks player mid-celebration because they didn't recognize him. He joked about it online, basically saying, "Hey, I'm on the team too." And when the parade reached City Hall, the mayor handed the team the ceremonial keys to the city, a huge honor. The players soaked it all in with the crowd, a genuinely emotional scene after 53 years of waiting. Now, switching gears completely, while New York was celebrating, the weather across the rest of the country was causing real damage. A severe storm system is sweeping from the Midwest all the way into the Northeast. Mississippi is dealing with flash flood emergencies. Families were literally pulled out of flooded RVs by rescue crews and boats. Near New Orleans, a tornado tore through a neighborhood, injuring people. Illinois also got hit by multiple tornadoes. One even ripped the roof off a school. Bottom line, if you're anywhere in the South or Northeast right now, take these warnings seriously. This system is still active. Let's move to something political now, because there's a big twist here too. Luigi Mangione, the man accused of killing the United Healthcare CEO, just had his legal team make a complete reversal in under 24 hours, just a day earlier. His lawyers said they planned to use a psychiatric defense, arguing he wasn't in control of himself during the alleged crime. But the very next day, they scrapped that plan entirely, and they're not saying why. This came right as they faced a deadline to hand over his psychiatric records to prosecutors. His trial is set to begin in September. And now, the update that's honestly the biggest one today, straight out of the White House. Trump signed a peace deal with Iran, and within 24 hours, his own party's top leaders turned against him. They're saying this deal benefits Iran way more than it benefits the US. Here's the detail that matters under this deal. Iran can now freely sell oil on the global market again, something it couldn't do during the war. On top of that, the US is working to unfreeze around $24 billion in Iranian assets and help set up a $300 billion reconstruction fund for Iran. Vice President JD Vance defended the deal, claiming Iran committed to destroying its enriched uranium stockpile. But critics point out that commitment isn't actually written into the document. And here's the real twist. Even allies like Israel aren't happy about this, and Vance basically told them to face reality. Okay, switching to something a bit lighter but still interesting, straight out of Washington, D.C. D.C. just spent $14 million renovating its famous reflecting pool, repainting it bright blue. Within days, the paint started peeling and algae crept back in. The pool's turning green again. Officials had promised crystal clear water. Reality says otherwise. Meanwhile, in Chicago, the Obama Presidential Center had its grand opening. Michelle Obama gave an emotional tribute that visibly moved Barack Obama to tears. In his own speech, Obama said people are tired of division. What they actually want is fairness and mutual respect. A few more updates fast. 5 people were arrested in connection with an alleged plot targeting a UFC fight at the White House, reportedly involving drones and snipers. A small plane crashed in Florida, but both passengers survived in England. A man was arrested after allegedly throwing a 3-year-old into a crocodile enclosure at a zoo. And sadly, Davy Chase, the original voice of Lilo in Lilo and Stitch, has passed away at just 35. So guys, today was packed. The Knicks' historic win, that scary moment in Times Square, growing tension over the Iran deal, and so much more on top of it. Which one shocked you the most, the Times Square scare or the Iran deal backlash? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the important stuff.